You're trying to pack on the muscle. You're buying a lot of expensive supplements. You might have hired a trainer and you're frustrated. You spin your wheels. You don't know what's going on. And you think that, oh man, I've just got bad genetics. Well, maybe not. Maybe you can solve this. Now, this is a big mistake that I see a lot of people make, including myself, is not looking at your gut because you've got a gut muscle axis. And guess what else? Your gut has a brain and it speaks to every organ in your body: the brain, the heart, the liver, the testes, the thyroid, the eyes. You've got a gut access to every organ system. So, right here, gut muscle access, gut endocrine access, your hormones, your sex hormone production tanks. So, what you see on screen there, what we want to do is we want to be over here. So, we've got good gut health. But if you got dysbiosis there, and I'll talk about how to identify that in a moment, the big issue with muscle building, you could be just wasting your money with supplements and everything, training and hiring expensive coaches. Because if you got dysbiosis, and I'll show you an example of this, it's pretty serious. You got reduced muscle strength and size, your training adaptation goes down, so you're overtraining, and your VO2 max tanks, and that's a longevity marker. So we want that in the up position. And to make matters worse, legends, guess what goes up? The myostatin gene. So you want this one down as low as you can get it. And there's a multitude of ways to get it down, but just to show you the impact the gut has here. So as it shows here, myostatin gene expression goes up with dysbiosis, and I'll provide an example about that in a moment. Now, scientists use a gene editing technology called CRISPR to knock out the myostatin gene in that bull. Packing on the muscle, this dog, same deal. But these dogs are just a comparison there. So the myostatin gene expression goes up and mTOR comes down. We're going to get frail as we age. So back over here, not only have you got all of these issues going on, you've got inflammation and cortisol up, and you've got this down, mTOR, mechanistic target of rapamycin. This is protein synthesis. You got complex 1 and complex 2. It's also called mammalian target of rapamycin as well. So let's just have a look at how that plays out. So when you've got a sick gut, you've got inflammation, and you've also got elevations in cortisol and also the myostatin gene expression there. So when you've got inflammation and cortisol, so they go hand in hand there, it basically inhibits mTOR. So you're not packing on a lot of muscle. You're frustrated. You're trying your hardest. You're spending a lot of money on supplements and coaching. And to make matters worse, it degrades branched chain amino acids in the muscle itself. So not cool, is it? Now, what we also want to optimize for is sex hormone production, namely free T. So what really happens when you're packing on the muscle there, free T perfuses into the muscle tissue, hits what's called a transcription factor, androgen receptor. That goes to a promoter pathway into the nucleus of the DNA, hits specific genes that triggers muscle protein synthesis. That then comes out as mRNA proteins in the ribosome of the muscle, and you build muscle there. So that's me there. And I'm 53 in the 12th of July, in about 3 weeks from now, or 4 weeks, bit over 3 weeks from now. I'm not a big guy. I'm 5'6", and I'm 66 kilos. That's about 145 pounds. And really, a healthy gut is going to help optimize your hormone production and your muscle growth. So really need to get a healthy gut, as you can see. Now, interesting thing that I just wanted to show you here, you can make free testosterone every 2 hours through the gonadotropin releasing hormones. This is all our triggers. This is the cascade, the domino effect. So every couple of hours, your brain sends out signals into the bloodstream, makes its way down to the ball sack there. It triggers FSH for spermagenesis, so you're fertile, and LH for testosterone production again every 2 hours. But if you've got a sick gut, you're going to have inflammation, you're going to have elevations in glucose and insulin. You're also going to have elevations in glucocorticoids, namely cortisol. So I've done a video that's linked, well, 2 videos, it's linked below, about a GI map. And as you can see here, dysbiosis, maldigestion, and protein maldigestion, fat maldigestion, metabolic imbalance, so glucose issues, insulin issues, and a couple of infections there. And guess what happens when you got a bit of dysbiosis? So you got bacteria that actually eat the proteins and they turn them into toxic compounds like ammonia, amines. And this can push up your urea and impact your kidneys. So, yeah, it is true if you're on a high protein diet and you've got dysbiosis, it can actually cause a bit of kidney issues there. Now, here's some of the symptoms of, now this is just protein. We're not talking about carbs and we're not talking about fats. This is just the symptoms of protein. So a bit of bloating and gas after meals, mood swings as well, undigested food in the number twos, if you know what I mean. And you got a bit of fatigue because the essential amino acids like tyrosine turns into dopamine, norepinephrine, epinephrine, and then you got other amino acids that turn to serotonin and melatonin. So, your brain health suffers, your nails, your hair, muscle weakness, skin issues, infections, and feel a bit puffy and bloated sometimes. So that's just the symptoms of a low when you're not digesting your proteins. So I've got two videos linked below. So let's just drive into what this amazing gut of ours can do when we get it back to health legends. The brain, stress, anxiety, depression, schizophrenia, cognitive decline, brain fog, even autism. The endocrine axis, so sex hormone production, thyroid production, the heart there, so heart disease and high blood pressure, lungs, so wheezing, coughing, sinus, rhinitis, asthma, liver, which is absolutely huge, liver detox, keeping estrogen at healthy levels. The pancreas releases enzymes to digest your food. So you can see how it all interplays. The bones, osteoporosis, because they demineralize. And of course, the muscle axis, skin axis. So acne, cirrhosis, atopic dermatitis, alopecia, hair loss, wrinkles and advanced skin aging, discoloration, and the gonads, the testes and dudes and the ovaries and the ladies, kidney and bladder, and also thyroid axis, eye axis, gallbladder axis. So pretty important that you have a look at your GI map and like the gallbladder here. So you got a gut gallbladder axis. So if your gallbladder is not working too efficiently, and a lot of the people that we've tested, that's the case. So your bicarbonate not too good, and you've got a big acid load, which can drive a lot of cancers. And your cholesterol, you're not getting rid of it, so your cholesterol goes up. And antimicrobial molecules are down, so you get infections and chronic UTIs and thrush for the ladies. So, pretty deleterious. And like here's another one here, really extreme dysbiosis, 10, that's about as bad as you can get, maldigestion. And we see this quite commonly. And this individual in particular, he also had a bit of gastritis there. So we tested him for gastritis. And when you got gastritis, the best course of action to heal the gut first is a bit of sodium butyrate there. Bone broth is pretty good. And this supplement here really helps regenerate the gut there. So, as you can now appreciate, the gut is pretty integral to everything, every aspect of our physiology and human health. It's affecting every area of our life, our earning potential, our mood, our energy, our endocrine axis, how we look, our skin, absolutely everything. So if you like this video, legends, drop a comment below, share this, help me out. I'm here to help you. I want you to get back into top physical and mental shape so you can rise up and kick ass and feel like the man or the lady that you were born to be and, just feel good and just love life. That's what it's about. But when we've got a sick gut, pretty tough.